Hello and welcome you all to my channel Elucidate Academy. Guys, if you are still struggling in order to print how to print a rhombus star pattern in Java, whether this question comes onto your exam paper if you are doing a BTech, or if this question is asked to you in an interview, if still you are not able to understand, I'll give you a very simple trick. You will be able to understand each and everything, right? We have already discussed all the concepts, and after you listen to all my concept, if you have done my previous lecture, you won't be even required to attend this particular lecture. Why I'm saying that? Because this logic is so easy. This logic is so easy. Again, I'm writing three times. This logic is so easy, and this logic is very easy, that at the end of the lecture you will simply laugh at your end, right? And as I came to know that before giving a particular your examination paper, you guys take the name of God, right? But believe me guys, to some extent it will help, but at the end, you should be taking care of the logics that have been explained. Just by taking the name of God won't help you everywhere at every time, right? So do some hard work as well. So it's very very easy. Again, I'll reiterate, this is the pattern that you have to print. What I told you, first you have to find the number of rows and column. How many rows are there? One, two, three, and four. Let's say there are four rows. Let's say I'm assuming there are five rows, right? One, two, three, four, and five. So this is your rhombus pattern that you have to print. And what is the requirement? You have to print this. And how you have to print it? If you have seen my previous lecture, can you guys simply analyze what this is all about? If you guys are able to visualize that, I've already told you in my initial first three lectures, right? So this is coming out to be your left inverted star pattern. One, two, three, four, five, right? Then one, two, three, four. One, two, three, one, two, and one. This is how you are printing your left inverted star pattern, right? Left star pattern, that too onto inverted form. This is what it is. So over here you just have to put the blank spaces, and after that you just have to print five times. That is it. You have to print in every row. You have to print five asterisk in every row, right? In row 1 you have to print it five times. In row 2 you have to print this asterisk again five times, right? But before that, what you have to do, you have to print your this left star pattern logic. This program will take, in order to code this program will take less than 2 minutes, and I'm going to give you a demo for that. How? Let's quickly jump back over here. So this is our base loop, which we never ever touched. Since this is my 10th lecture and I have not made a even single line of change. Why? So that your concept becomes stronger. Later on, even I can change it over here. I can write the program, but this is your base loop. What does base loop means? Base loop basically means that it will run these asterisk in how many number of rows. If there are five times this thing is required to be printed, it means that there are five rows, and five times the loop will run, right? And inside it, now this is our printing loop. So what is the first thing that we needed to print it? Left inverted star pattern. That is it. Quickly I'll print it to you guys, and if you want you can see even the timer as well. So what should be there? Five. Because five times, let's say we have to print this spaces over here. So j equals 5, and 5 greater than equal to 1. So j greater than equal to I, and j minus minus, right? I hope this is making some sense. Then SYSO, I'm simply printing it out. Let's say I have to print A over here, and then I'll remove it with braces, right? In order to check whether this program is working or not, see, we have printed a left star pattern, right? First I'm printing it, then you will realize that you will simply laugh or you beat your head, because it is very simple, right? INTK. Now what is the requirement? Five times you have to print in the first row. So once this work is done, you have to print five times asterisk. That is it. So five times you have to print. So again, it will start with five, right? And k should be greater than equal to one, right? And k minus minus. I hope you guys have started laughing at this point of time. Oh, it was so damn easy. right? Just print it over here. That is it, guys. That is it. This is all the program that was required, right? If I remove it, with the help of, I just remove it with the spaces, replace it. This is your rhombus, right? How much time it took? Hardly 1 to 2 minutes. On the only time went in just in talking to you guys. See, we have been able to print. This was the only trick that was required. And what was the trick that was required? 5 times you have to print spaces, and you have to run that loop in order to print left star pattern that was inverted from right. So this is also a star pattern. Okay, if those who have not watched my lecture, I'll quickly show you what I am talking about. If I do this, see, this is your left star pattern. Forget about this point. First you have to print this star pattern, right? So I am printing, let's say, add, so that you are able to understand. And then over here you have to print 5 times, so it will be printing 5 times. That is it. Okay, just remove it with spaces. This is your program. Now if you guys have some issue in order to understand how the logic works, see, it has already taken me 7 to 9 minutes in order to just to explain this. But now if you guys still want to understand the logic, okay, I'll quickly explain you what I am talking about. Let's devote some more time, because I know it's not that easy for person who is watching my lecture for the first time, right? So guys, I'll just run this for, I'll explain for this point of time, right? For the first row, let's say the value of I is 1 for the first time, right? So what is the requirement? 5 times we have to print dot. So how the loop will run? J equals 5, j greater than equal to I, which means j equals to 5, and it will check condition that j should be greater than equal to I, and I is 1 in this case. It is fine condition satisfied, a dot would be printed. Okay, and then it will get decreased. I hope you guys know the basic concept of for loop. Now the value of j is 4. 4 is greater than 1. Yes, again it will print. Again value will decrease. 3. 3 greater than 1. 2 greater than 1. 1 is equal to 1. Right? Again value j will decrease. So when this condition will come, 0 is greater than equal to 1. It is false. So this loop, this inner loop will terminate. Immediately the control will come over this line. It will start blinking over here. Beep, beep, beep. Just imagine, right? So now what is the requirement? Print 5 asterisk, right? So now the code has started, that k is equal to 5 and 5 is greater than equal to 1. This is the logic that I have printed over here. So 5 is greater than equal to 1, condition satisfied, it printed 1 asterisk. Okay, then k minus minus, the value became 4. Again this loop is already, we are still on the first line, right? So the value become 4. 4 is greater than equal to 1. Condition satisfied. Yes. Again it printed. Similarly, k minus minus, 3 greater than equal to 1. 2 greater than equal to 1. 1 greater than equal to 1. Right. After that, what will happen? Further, it will get decreased. Condition will become false. Right. Control will go to the next line. Right. On, I mean, to this particular line. Again, the same thing happen, right? 5, this time the value of I would be 2. So what will happen? 5 4 3 2, I mean, like, it will be getting printed somewhat like this. It's very easy to, guys. 1 2 3 4, and from here it will print 5 times. So 1 2 3 4 and 5, and similarly your rhombus pattern is done. So this is all about this particular lecture, guys. If still you are not able to understand, do a little bit practice. Just don't just take the name of god while giving answers onto your answering sheet. This is fine, this you should do, but pay some attention to the coding part, because if you have watched my previous lecture 1, and if you have watched my lecture 2 3 and 4, just watch these lectures from my playlist, you will be never even required to think of it, right? So it's all about this particular lecture. It is very very easy. I hope you guys have enjoyed my lecture, and please let me know that if you are facing any issues, right? So thank you for your time, and thank you for your patience, guys. Thank you.